A lot about how trauma shows up in our lives, but we don't talk enough about how healing shows up in our life. That as you start to heal, what's going to look different subtly. Here are two ways in which you'll see yourself healing, and you might miss it because they're kind of small. So the first one is increased self-reliance. When you start to trust yourself more, you know that you're healing. So what I mean by this is when you're in the throes of working through your trauma, often you just don't have a lot of self-trust. So you'll find yourself doing things like asking a lot of people for their opinion before you make a decision, or ruminating about decisions and having a hard time making up your mind because you're afraid that you don't have the ability to make good choices. And even more so, you're afraid that you don't have the ability to cope with them. Another way that healing shows up subtly is when you notice yourself stop fixating on every interaction you have with other people. So when you're in the throes of processing the hard things that have happened to you, you might find yourself fixating on interactions. What did I say? What didn't I say? What did they say? How did they respond? Really get in your head about it. But as you heal, you start dropping that hypervigilance, because that's what that is. It comes from a place of trauma where you feel like you need to really observe your environment to keep yourself safe. You're able to drop the hypervigilance, trust yourself more, and trust the other person more, and know that you'll be okay.